Yet again, more members of Congress are finding themselves embroiled in stock trading scandals. And this time, we've got a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. First, let's start with Senator Markwayne Mullin, a Republican from Oklahoma, who committed his second offense in as many weeks. A notice analysis of a financial document Mullin filed Tuesday with the US Senate revealed the Oklahoma lawmaker was months late disclosing nearly 3 dozen stock and bond transactions by himself and his wife. Taken together, the transactions, mostly sales, are worth between 1.4 million and 3.5 million. Lawmakers are only required to disclose the value of their trades in broad ranges. The late disclosures follow an earlier slate of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tardy stock and municipal security filings, some up to 2.5 years past a 45-day deadline enshrined in the Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act that NOTUS first reported in July. Now, Mullin's team denies any wrongdoing, and they say they're just amending his financial disclosures to reflect the most accurate and up-to-date information. But now, Mullin could face a harsh, super harsh fine of anywhere between $200 and $500, Cenk.
Wow.
That should do it.
Well, that's devastating. You know what? And they said that Congress wasn't serious about policing itself.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I mean, if this isn't ethics, I don't know what is. Because on a $1.4 million to $3.5 million trade, you could make a couple $100,000 if you've got insider information overnight. But if you got to pay back $200, is it really worth making the $285,000 in profits that day? Congress is a joke, and it's a bipartisan joke. So that's a Republican. We got a Democrat coming up.
Yeah. Representative Shri Thanedar assumed office in 2023 as a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. But over the course of his short tenure, he has already severed ties with leftist organizations he previously associated with, who helped him get into office, flip-flopped on Israel after pressure from AIPAC, and now finds himself embroiled in a stock trading scandal, this time also involving cryptocurrency. On Monday this week, Thanedar finally disclosed that he had bought between $15,000 and $50,000 worth of MicroStrategy shares in July 2024, more than 400 days late. Now, MicroStrategy has become the largest publicly traded corporate holder of Bitcoin, with a stock value that moves in alignment with the cryptocurrency's price. But with even more volatility, by buying MSTR stock, Thanedar was essentially making a leveraged wager on Bitcoin's rise, after having reported in January 2024 that he had sold off all his holdings in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin holdings. The price of MicroStrategy shares has risen by about 180% since Thanedar bought them. But there's more to this story. You see, Thanedar sits on the House Agriculture Subcommittee on Commodity Markets, Digital Assets, and Rural Development, which in part oversees legislative matters pertaining to cryptocurrency and that industry. While his stake was undisclosed, Thanedar voted for several Republican-backed bills favored by crypto investors, including the Clarity Act and Genius Act, which would create new, more lenient regulatory frameworks for digital assets, and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, which seeks to block a US central bank digital currency. All three bills were backed by the crypto industry as steps toward creating regulatory clarity for digital assets and loosening federal oversight of the crypto markets. After the votes, Thanedar said he believed they could help residents in his Detroit area district who are not being served by the traditional banking system. A quarter of the city of Detroit's residents are either unbanked or underbanked, said Thanedar in a press release last month touting his votes on the industry-supported legislation. It is clear that the current financial system does not work for my constituents, and we need to support innovative solutions such as cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Now, all of this is made more ridiculous by the fact that Thanedar tweeted this 2 weeks ago. Neither members of Congress nor the president should be trading individual stocks. They have information the public doesn't, and they take advantage of that. This is not public service, it is corruption. Ban it. Brother, you are doing it. Cenk, what do you make of this?
I'm mainly laughing at mainstream media who told me my whole life that politicians are not corrupt. And when I suggested that they were for the last 20 years, I was a heretic. I mean, look at these clowns, right? So, by the way, I'm gonna tell you another amazing fact about Thanedar in a second. But I love that quote he had. He's really concerned about the unbanked and underbanked. Like himself, he's like, I'm underbanked, bro. Okay, I gotta get some Bitcoin stock and then loosen the regulations and have it skyrocket. Now I'm overbanked. Okay, but he still puts out that tweet, right? Meanwhile, he's voting with Republicans to loosen regulations, et cetera, and high-fiving with Republicans. Do you know that's the guy who filed impeachment charges against Trump? Wait, what? You're working with the Republicans, why are you trying to impeach Trump? Because he's all over the place. You know what? In a sense, he's like a Democratic version of Trump. Like he's just putting everything on steroids, like pretending to be on your side and says, I can't believe they're trading stocks. What an outrage! I mean, hey, did you trade them? You sell? Buy, sell. I can't believe they're trading stocks, right? Yeah, Trump should be impeached. Hey, I can't wait to vote with Trump. What kind of money are we making, right? So what a fraud. And by the way, the impeachment thing is it's so premature. In order to actually do it, you have to have so many things lined up. Instead, when he does it like this, it looks like a joke. It looks like a PR campaign, because it is a PR campaign for him, right? But always the uniparty, Republicans and Democrats pretending to be populist, pretending to be on your side. And then when you're not looking, they're all trading behind your back with information none of us have. Jackson.
Now, I can't lie to you. My favorite part of this whole thing is that wig Thanedar got on his head, right? That Donald Trump Wolf of Wall Street ass wig. He said, I've been, what is going on? Looking like somebody's sweet auntie at a black church, like he about to creep up like, hey, baby. No, but I mean, oh my God, that is just magnificent. All right, let me get back on track. But yeah, the $200 though, I mean, that's like a retainer fee if you're renting a car or something like that. And especially like Nancy Pelosi, she's one of the biggest culprits of this, but what difference does it make to her? She about to be done. She's 84, 85. I don't think she's running again, is she?
She is.
She is?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You should support Shortcut Chakrabarti, co-founder of Justice Democrats, doesn't take any corporate PAC money, and he's running against Nancy Pelosi, who's actually 184.
That's incredible that she's, but again, it speaks so much to just that revolving door of corruption. Because she was just on, I think, MSNBC or CNN, and somebody asked her a question about the insider trading bill that was going on. She's like, no, we're not here to talk about that. Let's get back on track. Like, of course we're not here to talk about that. I mean, none of them, I don't know about none of them, but not enough of them have any real genuine interest in stopping their ability to make some money easily and early. Donald Trump, he was giving people hell about trying to pass this bill. And one of the revisions in the bill did not include the president or the vice president. So it's like, you still gonna be able to do this yourself. But I guess, again, it just speaks a lot. But no, I can't lie. My favorite part of this whole thing, that wig was just, it sucked all the air out of my brain.
Yeah. And maybe some of his. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This guy's a crank. I think that's the issue here. I was at the press conference when his class was inaugurated as the Congressional Progressive Caucus. It was at the AFL-CIO building in DC in 2023. And I was curious to see who emerged as a leader. Crockett really stood out in that press conference as somebody who I thought would be like a firebrand. And a couple of years later, yes, she is, and she has been. That guy, even in that press conference, bragged about his wealth. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm just, I've seen business success and now I want to give back to the people. And I remember hearing that and thinking like, I don't buy it. 3 years later, exactly, that's who he has become. He abandoned progressive groups, he abandoned leftist groups. He did the 180 on Israel is crazy. And it's not that they gave him money, it's that they challenged him. The guy is a coward. He still won, he's still in office. And he still did a 180 because he's scared. It's not even that they gave him money. That is ridiculous. Anyway, there's a lot of issues here. the $200 fine is almost a mockery. They're not even like, they couldn't even put in an effort to make it seem like it was a genuine punishment. They didn't want to punish anybody, even a meaningfully substantial amount. You couldn't even get into quadruple digits. Now, 200, 500, maybe a little bit more. It's so unbelievably pathetic.
Okay, now you guys are forcing me to say something about something you both said. Okay, first, on AIPAC, well, maybe they didn't do money, but they got another trick. Potentially, I hear blackmail. And in this case, they might have said to him, we'll tell everyone you don't have hair. And he's like, no one knows. No one knows, I gotta keep this secret, okay? So in terms of like how much of a fraud he is, guys, when all of the progressive priorities, or really Democratic priorities, core Democratic priorities like higher minimum wage, paid family leave, lower drug prices, all that stuff was being blocked under Biden. They're like, oh, there's nothing we could do. It's Manchin and cinema. And I kept saying to everybody, guys, it's not just Manchin and cinema. If it wasn't Manchin and cinema, it'd be 2 other guys or 8 other guys. It's rotating villains. I've been covering this for a quarter of a century. They always do the same thing. And people are like, no, we just need 54 senators. We just need 68 senators, then we'll be fine. No, guys, there's no end to these guys, right? If they're taking PAC money and they're into the corruption, the corporate PAC money, et cetera, they're always gonna do the bidding of those guys. In fact, I just had this debate on Jubilee about it. And somebody was actually defending Joe Manchin, and I made this point, and then and he was outraged because I said I intend to disrespect Joe Manchin, okay? And we made a shirt out of it. So check that out on shoptyt.com. But this Congress is filled with Manchins and cinemas. You just don't normally see them because they're wearing wigs. So they're hiding and you can't see them, right? So, but they're all out there, and it's most of Congress. And finally, back to Pelosi and Trump. So Trump's like, okay, no, we should ban insiders from trading. And of course, they're like, well, the president's certainly an insider, and so is the vice president. Oh, no, I wanted to ban them so there'd be no competition. And I could just make all the profit myself. Like, what do you mean? Of course it should apply to the president, the vice president, right? So the hypocrisy on that. And then Pelosi, this is my favorite. She came out the other day and was like, you know what, we should pass the Stock Act. Oh, I mean, we covered this story that was hilarious a million years ago on Young Turks. We called him Epic Mountain Man, and he thought he saw some sort of Bigfoot or something. And he was drunk the whole time. It was hilarious. And he says, now I say to him, get. Okay, that's what I say to Nancy Pelosi. So you single-handedly blocked the Stock Act when you were in charge. Now that you guys are not in charge anymore, you're gonna pretend to be in favor of the Stock Act?
You know it ain't gonna pass.
And you know it's not gonna pass.
Right.
So we all collectively say to you, get.
Well, I mean, just to go back to the story from earlier tonight, it's why the DNC feels so comfortable with the Gaza resolutions. Who's gonna hold us accountable? It's all words. We're not gonna be in power now, we can't do anything about it. We didn't wanna do it then when we had power, when our guy was in the White House. So it's all meaningless and performative.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.